Dear students, class 9, the story A Bee and the Dove. I'll read the hints to you, the outline, and then move on to the original story. A bee falls into a stream. A dove drops a leaf near it. It climbs over it and flies away. A hunter aims at the dove. The bee stings him. The dove is saved. Moral is do good and have good. One good turn deserves another. Moving on to the story. A bee felt very thirsty one day. It went to a stream to drink some water, but it was driven away by the waves. A dove saw all this from her nest. She took pity on the bee. The dove picked a leaf and dropped it near the bee. The bee climbed over the leaf. It dived, dried up its wings and flew away. A few days later, a hunter came here. He saw the dove sitting in her nest. He loaded his gun to shoot her down. The bee was observing all this. The bee flew towards the hunter and stung him on his hand. He was just while pulling his trigger. He missed his aim and the dove flew away. Now union is strength. Outline: an old farmer. The sons quarrel. A bundle of sticks. Ask them to break it. None succeeds. Unties the bundle. Sticks broken in no time. Moral: union is strength. There lived an old farmer in a certain village, near the city. He had 3 sons. They were always quarreling with one another. He was very worried about them. One day, he tied a number of sticks into a bundle and asked them to break it. They tried one after the other, but could not break them. He then untied the bundle and asked them to break the sticks one by one. They broke the bundle in no time, and the sticks were separate. There was a golden chance for the farmer to give his sons a piece of advice and a lesson. My sons, he said, like these sticks, you will be strong and powerful as long as you are united, but you will all be destroyed if there is no unity among you. Next story is The Lion and the Mouse. A lion sleeping, a mouse climbs over him. The lion is angry but forgives. The lion is caught in a trap. The mouse bites the net with its teeth. The lion is set free. Moral: do good, have good, or one good turn deserves another. Once a lion was sleeping under a tree. A mouse ran over his body. The lion woke up. He caught hold of the rat. He wanted to kill it. The mouse begged for mercy. The lion took pity on him and let it go. After some time, the lion was caught in a trap. He struggled hard to break the ropes but failed. He began to roar. The rat heard the lion roaring. The mouse heard the lion roaring. It ran to the spot and cut the ropes with its sharp teeth. Soon the lion was helped and he went away. The little fish. The fisherman catches a little fish. We've done this already. The shepherd and the wolf. A shepherd looks after sheep. Once wolf, he cries. Villagers run for help. The boy played a joke. Villagers returned angry, played this joke twice. There was a wolf in reality. No one came to help him. Result: the shepherd was killed. The one who lies and boasts always comes to trouble or is always in trouble. A young shepherd used to graze his sheep in a jungle. One day he thought of a strange joke. He shouted out, "Wolf, wolf," and the villagers ran to his help with sticks in their hands. But there was no wolf to be seen, and the shepherd stood laughing. They cursed him and went away. After a few days, he did the same joke. The villagers came to help again, but his joke filled them with anger. They were very angry because he was playing jokes with them. One day, a wolf actually came there. The shepherd cried, "Wolf, wolf," at the top of his voice, but the villagers did not attend to his cries. He didn't return till sunset. They went to the jungle and saw him, as well as many of the sheep, torn to pieces. He lost his life for being so silly and playing jokes. Then is building castles in the air. A farmer's daughter, a bucket full of milk on her head, going to market, begins thinking about becoming rich after refusing offers of marriage, tosses her head in pride. Moral: man proposes, God disposes. Or pride has a fall. A farmer sent his daughter to the market for selling milk. She put the pot on her head and said to herself, "This milk would be sold out in no time, and it would fetch a lot of money for my father. After a few months, my father would become very rich. He would then receive many offers for my marriage. Tossing my head, I would refuse them all." But the moment she did so, the pot fell down, it broke into pieces, and the milk was all spilt on the ground. Tears welled up into her eyes, and she returned home full of grief and anger. The foolish goat. 2 goats meet on a narrow bridge. Each wishes to pass first. They begin to fight. Both fall into the river and die. Moral is: selfishness leads to destruction. Once a deep stream flowed through a hilly district. A plank of wood served the purpose of a bridge over it, but it was too narrow for two to go on it side by side. Two goats met on it face to face one day. They stood in the middle and looked angrily at each other. "Go back and let me pass first," said one. "No," replied the other. "I'll pass first, and you shall go back." There they stood, each determined to fight the other. So they lowered their heads and began to push each other. Before long, each lost its balance and fell down into the stream below. The farmer and the snake. This also we've done. So I hope your story papers, this part of the story question is clear to you. We've done a lot of them. Please read the outlines carefully and try to remember the morals. Best of luck.